back to my channel. Welcome to my car. Welcome to my mobile office. Today, we are going to be chatting all about how to succeed as a real estate agent and how to just make it as a real estate agent in your 20s or younger. If you are new here, welcome. My name's Mariah and I make videos talking about all things real estate related. I am 23 years old currently at the time of filming this, and I have been in the business for almost 5 years now because I got my license when I was 18 and I've learned a lot along the way. There's a lot of things that I would have done differently if I could go back. For today's video, I have pulled together a handful of questions that are just repeat questions that I have been getting asked a lot, and my inbox is overflowing with messages from people who are in high school or even younger or in college, or young adults basically in their 20s who are wanting to get into the real estate business or who are just curious about it but have no clue where to start and are just wanting to know from someone who's done it how to succeed and make it work, because a lot of them have said in their messages that they send me that they have a lot of people in their life who are telling them that it's not realistic or that they can't make it or it just won't work being so young. So today we're going to debunk those lies and we're going to talk about what it's going to take. I really have just written out a few questions that you guys have sent me about this topic in this, area. And what I usually do when I film my videos is I write out my response ahead of time. I have not thought through these at all, so this could go really good or it could go really bad. So bear with me here, but we're just gonna jump in with the first question. I feel pressure to go to college. Everyone in my life is telling me I can't get into real estate, and if I do, I need a backup plan. And my response to that question is, just speaking from personal experience, I know I am so thankful that I didn't go to college. The reason being is because in the amount of time that it would have taken me, I got my license at 18. Say you go to school for 4 years. In that 4 years, I became a top producer. I was able to become a top producer within those 4 years. And if I would have gone to college, I would have just gotten out maybe a year ago, I don't know. And I would be just now building my business instead of being able to live a very relaxed life, have a baby, and spend literally all my time with her, because when you're first starting out, it's a lot of work and you really have to hustle to make it work, especially when you're young. But once you build your business, you can really slow down and things are a lot more turnkey for the most part if you do it right, if you're intentional about it. And so what I'm saying is I wouldn't be able to be at this point in my life where I'm still young, but I'm able to chill and not be hustling all the time. And so I'm super thankful that I started young, because if I didn't, I would still be working my way towards making it work and be working really hard. I hope that I explained that in a way that makes sense. So I'm thankful I don't want to say waste the time, because it's not necessarily a waste of time, but I'm just thankful I didn't waste the time, for lack of better words, and was able to just start making money and start with my life. I actually know a handful of real estate agents that I've talked to about this that are in their later 20s, that are older than me, that have college degrees. They went to school oftentimes for something else, not even related to real estate, because they had no clue they were going to get into it. And they all say that they regret going and wish they would have started real estate sooner, because when you're a real estate agent, you do not need a college degree. None of your clients are going to know if you went to college or not. No one's going to ask you that. No brokerage is going to ask you. It has nothing to do with your skills as a real estate agent. And so my suggestion, if this is really what you want to do, then I would say don't go to college, but get your real estate license and spend those first couple years treating it like you're going to college. Learn as much as you can, read as many real estate books as you can, but while you're at it, also be working towards making money as a real estate agent. And I think the most realistic way to do this would be, I never started on a team. I started out, I was a solo agent from the get-go, but when you're a solo agent, no one's giving you leads. It's completely on you to go find leads, and it is doable, but I think that it would be a lot easier and more, realistic, if you will, to start out either on a team where you're getting paid hourly or making a salary, or where they're giving you leads, so you have some sort of guaranteed income when you're first starting out and trying to figure out what you're doing. That way you'll be getting paid You might not have as much control over your time, but you'll be getting paid and you'll be learning a lot. And I would really suggest doing that, or even getting a job at like the front desk at a real estate brokerage or something like that, so you can learn and get your feet in the water while you're still making money, and not having to worry about being commission only yet. So if you're doing it that way, it's totally realistic because you're getting paid no matter what, and there's no way you can fail. And then once you're ready and feel more confident and know what you're doing a little more, you can venture off and be on your own. So I didn't do that, but I do think that would be a very realistic way to start out. And maybe if you like have people pressuring you to go to college, if they see that you're actually making a living while working towards, being your own agent and running your own business and learning about that in the meanwhile, then, it's really like a foolproof plan. So that was a long-winded answer, but I know I'm thankful I didn't go to college. I'm thankful I didn't go to college and just started right away, because my college degree wouldn't have helped me in this particular industry. Next question. Is this something that I could realistically be financially stable doing? And my response to that is kind of what I already talked about in my last response, where I mentioned how if you decide to go work for a team or a brokerage or somewhere where you're getting paid that either hourly or salary or whatever they pay you, where you have a guaranteed income, but you're still selling real estate and you're still doing the same things, but you're not just completely on your own yet. If you do that, yes, like there's no way you can fail. Of course, you're going to be getting paid, you're going to be learning, and you're going to be building your business and working towards someday running your own real estate business. So I feel like that's the easiest way to start out. Like I said, I didn't do that, and I do think it's realistic because I did it to start out and make money, but you're gonna be really hustling in the beginning if you're doing that. Nothing wrong with that, but you're gonna be doing a lot of prospecting. You're gonna really have to get good at cold calling, door knocking, whatever it is you want to do. There's so many different ways to do it, but I would definitely say it is realistic. You just gotta do it right and find whatever way works best for you. Next question. I'm worried that nobody will take me seriously because of my age. Do you have any advice? Yes, I do. When my husband Spencer joined me in the business about 2 years ago now. He was still young. He was like 21 years old when he joined me, so that's still very young in the real estate world. And he joined me after I had been in the business for a couple years, and then he got his license and jumped in and joined me full time because I got to the point where I wanted an assistant, and he started being my assistant, and then it worked out perfectly because then I kind of became his assistant because I got pregnant and had the baby and wasn't working as much, and so he kind of took over, so it really worked out well. But he jumped in and joined me full time, and he was only 21, and he still, it's been almost 2 years now, and he has never once been asked about his age. He's never been questioned about it at all. And he's never been asked how long he's been in the business. And I really think the reason that he never gets those questions is because, one, when he first got his license, he went out and bought some expensive suits. And if you can't afford expensive suits, then just do the best you can, but just get something nice. And he would wear, he's not as fancy all the time now, but when he first started, he went on every appointment like fully dressed to the nines, a full-on suit. And maybe in some markets that's normal, but here that's definitely not normal. Where we are in Salem, Oregon, like it's a more casual place where other agents don't do that. But I really believe because he was over the top and was dressed like overly fancy and professional, I really think he wore a suit and tie every time, and I think that was part of the reason why no one even questioned him. Secondly, he was very confident and didn't question himself. He really believed in himself, and he would over prepare. So he would really do his work and study the neighborhood and whatever it was before he showed up at any appointment, so he knew what he was talking about. And I think those three things, dressing way older than he was and way more professional than he needed to, and just being confident even when he maybe didn't feel confident or know what he was doing, but just being very sure of himself. And then 3, being overly prepared. And I think if you do those 3 things, then you will be taken seriously and no one's going to question your age. I I know that when I first started out, I didn't always do that. I didn't always dress professionally, and I think that that was probably a reason why a lot of people would ask me how old I am. Yeah, that's I guess just this my advice for that area is dress a lot older than you are, be over prepared, and know your stuff. Next question was, I'm 18 and about to get into the business, and I'm wondering if you have any advice on how to make a name for myself and where to shop for professional clothing. I'll answer your question about clothing first. My biggest thing when it comes to clothing is I like to be comfortable and I like to feel like myself. I've gone out and purchased like fancy like pantsuit outfits, and they were very professional, but I never ended up wearing them because when I did, I just didn't feel confident because one, it just didn't feel like me. It wasn't my style, and two, they were not comfortable. So I love comfort. If I'm on a listing appointment giving a presentation, I want to look professional, but I want to be comfortable. So I would say look for clothes that you're going to be comfortable in, and look for clothes that make you feel like yourself. Because if you're wearing an outfit that's just not anything you would ever wear, or you don't even like it because it's just not your style, then it's probably going to come across and you won't feel as confident. And so for me, that means my favorite brand is Free People. I know if I order something online from Free People, it's gonna look good. I'm gonna like it no matter what. And there's not many brands that I can say that about. However, I know Free People, if you're familiar with them, they're not the most like professional, businessy clothing by any means. But you can definitely find pieces from there that you can make look professional by dressing them up or dressing them down. And that's kind of what I do, is I just find that one brand. And I'm not suggesting you go to Free People. I'm just saying, like, find a brand that you actually like, that is you and your style, and choose pieces that you can dress up or dress down, that you can make professional, even if it's not necessarily like the most professional businessy brand. And so to answer the rest of your question, do you have any advice on how to make a name for yourself? I would say the number one thing that has helped me in my business, I know a lot of people aren't going to do it because they're insecure or they're just not comfortable doing it. But if you are comfortable, I would say start making videos, document your journey, and also make videos about what you learn about real estate, about your area, about anything you learn about buying and selling, and that will make a name, because those videos are going to stay on YouTube, which is a search engine, and in 5 years from now, you're still going to be getting clients from those, you're still going to be getting calls from those, and it's going to make you look professional. So I would say do video, incorporate it into your business. There's so many resources out there to learn how to do that, but making a name for yourself, do video, incorporate it. Second, I would say, is just have a clean online presence, clean up whatever you have. Next question is, I'm about to start real estate at 18. I'm worried that it may be a bit challenging, and I'm not even sure where to begin. It will be challenging, definitely, but it will be worth it. I would say where to begin is keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Just put one foot in front of the other. Just start. You have to prospect when you're first starting. So I would say find a way of prospecting that fits your skill set and your personality. There's a lot of different ways to prospect. And if you're not familiar with the term, that means basically finding leads, finding business. Because if you're not prospecting, then you're probably not selling real estate. And it doesn't matter how good you are at selling real estate, because no one's going to know, because you're not prospecting, because you have no clients. So prospect. Go to my YouTube channel. I have so many playlists and so many videos talking about so many different ways of prospecting. There's so much information out there online for free. So find a way of prospecting. That's really like the number one place to start, is find a way of prospecting that fits you and your needs and your wants, what you want to do, and then stick with it and be consistent, and then you will have results. It's super simple. We complicate it. That's all you have to do. And I would say when you're starting out, don't be afraid to try every way of prospecting. When I started out, I used to do a lot of open houses. Now that's not something I do at all in my business. But when I was starting out, I tried everything. I did door knocking. Now I don't do that anymore. But I tried it all until I found what worked and what gave me results. And then when I found something that did give me results, I zeroed in on that and just focused on upping my conversion rate with it and doing that one thing that worked even better. So that's my suggestion, is where to start, is to do that. Next question. Is there something you wish you would have known before jumping into real estate? You know, when I first started out, I was late a lot. And now I've become a person who is on time or even early. And I like to get to appointments a little early to have time to like mentally prepare, study the neighborhood, just do whatever I need to do in my car. And so I really try to make that a priority now, but for so long I had such a problem with being late, and it literally took me years. I don't know why, but I actually lost a lot of business. I lost listings because I was late to the for sale by owner appointment. I lost buyers because I was late showing them houses multiple times, and then they fired me. So I would say, I know that might sound like an obvious thing, and it might sound like a small thing, but it's a big deal. And so I would say to my younger self to really prioritize being on time, because I don't think I realized how much it makes you look like you just don't value the other person's time and you think that you're more important than them when you're late. So always be like 5 minutes early. That's what I would have told my younger self. I'm gonna end this video here. If you have any questions or video suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you grab value from this video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more real estate videos in the future. And I will see you guys next time.